men के लिए ना recently crying has become only now recently it's become acceptable. So until now they have had no practice. So if you see a man cry, you'll notice that they don't know what's happening to their face for a while. Like when you see their face, it's just like 30 seconds before the waterworks begin. Have you made a man cry, ma'am?
Yeah, I guess.
Why do you have to say it like you did it this morning? Be like, yeah, I guess. Whatevs. You, ma'am, have you seen a man cry at least?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen कि वो 30 seconds before the waterworks begin, his face just goes like, huh? Oh, तुम मेरे best friend को like करती हो? Oh. Like, क्या हो रहा है भैया आपके साथ? आपको छींक आ रही है और गैस हो रहा है? क्या हो रहा है? Never obvious. मेरे साथ ही नहीं होता because मैंने बहुत प्रैक्टिस की है. मेरे पापा ने मुझे सिखाया था बचपन में रोना कैसे होता है. एक बार मैं लाइक 7 साल की थी और मैं अपने रूम में बैठी हुई लाइक नींबू मेरा पर्पल कलर का मैं क्रिएटिव बनूंगी मैं कुछ कर रही थी समथिंग. My dad was outside watching a movie and he was like बेटा इधर आओ. I was like yes पापा. He was like आपको रोना सीखना है. I was like no. Then he was like ये देखो मूवी. And मूवी पे कुछ होता है चल रही थी. And it was this scene, you know, where Anjali, that tiny little shit, that haircut, she's reading her Tina mummy का letter and she's going मैं ऐसे कैसे लिखूंगी? And that fucking Malala Yousafzai without a tragedy. I hated her so much. I was just like, ये कैसे? What's up with this? Like, how is this? And he was like, you know, देखो कितना cutely रो रही है ये. I was like, but honestly, I hated her. Even as a child, I knew she was a bitch. Okay? So I was just like, ये मैंने मूवी देखी हुई थी तो मुझे पता था कि अभी रो रही है बट 5 मिनट बाद रेडी हो जाएगी. पापा समर वेकेशन चलोगे मेरी टीचर को छोड़ने? So I wasn't buying any of this bullshit. But my dad was really impressed. He was just like, ये देखो कितने cutely रो रही है. And I was like, but what's wrong with the way I cry, Papa? I was like, आपका ना बेटा थोड़ा सा अगली हो जाता है. I don't know if you remember crying as a child. It was like a really passionate activity. Like, मेरा सारा juice निकलता था. Like, if I saw my reflection like a spoon, I would go double on. Just like, it's like I was really passionate about crying as a child. My dad was just standing there like one, you know, like a Beethoven का वो composer. I was like, बेटा थोड़ा सा frequency इसकी थोड़ी सी कम कर दो. थोड़ा bass. I was like, इसलिए क्या बस थोड़ा सा क्वाइट कर दो इसको. like, सब कुछ ठीक चल रहा है बेटा बस इसको थोड़ा क्यूट बना दो. इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या? थोड़ा सा गिलहरी टाइप इमोशन डालो जो थोड़ा सा हिचकी like yeah good job जाओ करो कलर करो. But you know that day I learned an important lesson. I was like crying भी प्रोफेशनली आनी चाहिए ठीक से. फिर मुझे 20 साल बाद पता चला कि मेरे पापा बहुत ही बड़े हिपोक्रेट हैं बिकॉज उससे मेरी दादी की डेथ हो गई फाइनली. एंड लाइक ऑल डेथ इज फाइनली ओके. ऐसे नहीं होता सडनली. वैसे वो अच्छा शो को मनहूस मत करो ये कॉमेडी शो. तो मेरी दादी वहाँ पे लेटी हुई थी और मेरे पापा आए थे और then he saw her and he just got like really like you know suddenly he was just so thrown off by this whole thing. He just saw her and he's like and also she wasn't even like lying down like a pretty way like a you know Dobby तुम्हारी आँखें you know आँखों में से सितारे दिख रहे हैं. That's she was like हाँ. She's there. My dad sees her for the first time and he goes And that's the day I realized कि मेरे पापा को बीट बॉक्सिंग भी आती है अगर वो कोशिश करे तो. मेरी आंटी ने बहुत अच्छा रोया था बाहर. उन्होंने जो मातम जो मनाया था उन्होंने, they were all in like a football huddle going. There was an auntie on a higher pitch going. There was someone with a percussion going dog 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 dog. So this is a skill that you should learn. It's ऐसी नहीं बन जाती, हंसते हंसते नहीं बन जाती है. मेरी अभी फ्रस्ट्रेशन इसलिए चल रही है कि एक तो ये मेरे मेरा सिंगल हुड का ताज जो मैंने पहन लिया है, अब जो पता चल गया है लोगों को, तो मैं जब डेट्स पे जाती हूँ, अब मैंने नोटिस किया कि मर्द बहुत ही ज़्यादा कुछ एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं. सारे लड़के जस्ट लाइक, ओ आपको बनना था ना वेस्टर्न, हाँ चलो ये आ गया बिल, लेट्स गो डच. जस्ट लाइक बट अभी तो ये मेरी फेमिनिज्म इंडिपेंडेंस भैया, अभी मैंने सीखा है. Like अभी मेरी ग्लास सीलिंग को तोड़ के मेरी खून आ रहा है, यहाँ से टपक रहा है सर से. It's just too soon. Just give me like 5 days. It's like, let's split the bill. I can't split the bill. I don't know how to do tax returns yet, भैया. हर साल आता है मेरे पास फॉर्म 16A, but what about the first 15 forms, हाँ? वो कौन भरेगा? कभी मैंने नहीं देखे, सीधे फॉर्म 16 and then it's 49B. बीच के फॉर्म्स का क्या भैया? वो कौन भर रहा है? So it's just difficult. Plus, it sounds like feminism's all like, wow, ये औरतें क्या feminism मचा रही हैं, but it's really hard work. It just, most days it just feels like, just like jogging, just non-stop to like a goal that's not really anywhere inside. It's just jogging. और मैं jogging करती भी हूँ, because I'm just like, ये independent girl activity होती है. इसमें मैं ponytail बना के जाऊँगी और मेरी ponytail मेरी तरह ही अपने opinions left, right करती रहेगी. But every once in a while, I want to take a break from all this Beyonce, I slay. So I'm like, but okay. अगर मैं तिजोरी से जेवर चोरी कर लेती जेठानी के बहू बन के, तो उसमें क्या बुराई थी? But नहीं, I had to do feminism at some point. Because this is only recent. Like before, it was a bit of an option. जब ये हम मर्दों को भी सिखा रहे थे ना कि like ना करते प्यार तुम इसे कर बैठेगी. You remember there was a song in the 70s. I was just like ना करती प्यार तुम इसे कर बैठे. What? They loved it so much they brought it back in 2000s in that छाती hair वाली movie वो जो थी ना, जिसमें उसकी चप्पल में होल होता है, धड़कन. उसमें they brought it back like the same song. They were just like ना करते प्यार हाँ मैं कर गई. I was just like क्यों करे जा रही है बट ये? That's because ये male writer लिख रहा है सारे lyrics. But हमने ले लिए. We were just taking it and now the boys have just learned too much after this Beyonce stuff. So now I can't fight these battles anymore. It's like अब मुझे करियर बनाना ही पड़ेगा. मेरा शुगर डैडी वाला प्लान बस्ट हो चुका है. मेरे पास एक था साइड में प्लास्टिक सर्जरी करा लूंगी तो क्या हुआ? गाड़ी खरीदने से बेटर है नोज जॉब करा लो, फिर गाड़ी तो अपने आप लेकर आ जाएगा वो. It's a great plan, guys. I don't know why it's not impressed you guys. It was a great plan for a while. So what if our dining table is like a cricket pitch? Is that far? Just sitting and I'm just cutting my broccoli and he's just like signing power of attorney. अब किसके पास जाएगा? Question mark. I don't know what rich people do. मैंने बस इतना ही सुना है. I have no idea what they're up to these days. So I just wanted that sort of thing, but instead I'm just sitting in my 1 BHK by myself at the khidki, just looking outside at the road and going like, yeah, I'm a modern, independent woman. I don't need no man. मैं खुद ही self-sustained item हूँ मैं खुद. I'm like a cup noodles. Just everything inside. Don't need nobody from outside. I folk myself. Don't need no man. Because just this is like it's a hard life. But it's worth doing because, so far our campaigns have not really worked. Like this one time we had this thing called Free the Nipple campaign. You remember? You remember Free the Nipple campaign? You know why it didn't work? Because they heard Free May Nipple campaign. It was an obvious one. That's why they were so supportive. Like, हाँ, दोनों को कर दो independent. हम चाहते हैं ये independence. These things just never work. But I just really feel like I still have to work on it. The only problem is that 80% of the time I can do it. 80% of the time I'm like, yeah, support all women. I gotta do this. I did this, done 100% all the time. But 20% of the time I just betray myself. I'm just like, but what about the kutiyas? Huh? अगर हम इतनी equal है तो कुछ तो कुतिया भी तो होंगी. फिर मैं अपने दिल पे पत्थर रखे like नहीं, all support everybody. But it's just I know that there's a part of me who's just like कंगना रनौत का क्या? Yeah, but No, guys, it's not what you think. You guys think Kangana? No, I am fully supportive of Kangana, just so you know. There is no other way to be as equal as somebody else when you're also an asshole. It's like if everybody's an ass, if both genders can have assholes, then yeah, I mean they do. But that's how you know equality has been achieved. तो मैं किसी तरह कर लेती हूँ. जैसे मेरा ना मेन रेज टाइम होता है जब मैं सड़क पे स्कूटर चला रही होती हूँ. उस टाइम मैं बहुत रेज करती हूँ अपने साथ में, सब पे गालियाँ मार रही होती हूँ. But then once in a while, every once in a while, you know, instead of like a just like a mother joke, I'm just like, oh, mother jokes is also sexist, गाली never mind. बाप चोद भगा जा यहाँ से. Every once in a while, I'm raging and doing my thing, and like somebody cuts me in traffic, and it's, you know, a car, and I notice the driver is a woman. And suddenly it's like, bah, you go, girl. You go. पता दिल पे कितना पत्थर रखना पड़ता है मुझे. Cause हमारी काफी सारी मूवमेंट्स फेल हो चुकी हैं. ये लास्ट पिटा रहा है. Cause हमारी सारी ये सारे ग्लिचेस मैं काट दूंगी एडिट में. Cause हमारी सारी मूवमेंट्स काफी फेल हो चुकी हैं अभी तक. But I feel like we have to still keep going and do like this 100% because I don't want to be a bahu in real life. It's a fantasy, but मैं real life में अगर मैं देवर की दाल में जहर मिला दूंगी तो उन्हें पता चल जाएगा कि वो मैंने ही मिलाया है. Plus bahus don't get a very good time. I've noticed in fiction, reality. बहू ये गोभी बहू का हमने कितने सालों मजाक उड़ाया. एक लैपटॉप ही तो धोया था उसने. तो क्या हुआ? वो चावल में रख के फिर से सूख जाता है. If anything, you could argue she was ahead of her time. Now we're sanitizing everything, okay? But I realized I have to do this because in fiction, reality, like bahus have had a really hard life. You know, how many times have you heard, like in one Saas Bahu serial, the fight's going on, and it's always Saas and you're like, oh, Bahu, Kulta, Bash, but Kulta mainly. लड़का कैसे नहीं पैदा कर पाई? हाँ Bahu, लड़का कैसे नहीं पैदा कर पाई? Just one time, I would like to see a Bahu turn around and be like, Sasuma, Sasuma, Sasuma. क्योंकि मेरे पास ना सिर्फ XX क्रोमोसोम है. अपने लौंडे से पूछो ना why. Thank you so much, guys. You have been a lovely audience.
जी बच्ची